Hi, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. We're not doing a gameplay episode. We're not doing an unboxing episode. We're doing a reboxing episode, which probably doesn't make any sense, but hopefully it will in a moment. I picked up the Star Wars X-Wing Miniatures game for Luke and I to play, and we've been playing it, and maybe sometime we'll feature it on Watch It Played as well, but I don't really want to talk about that so much. I'm a bit of an insert guy. I know some people don't care for the inserts in their games. I like when a game comes with a good insert that will sort of hold everything where it needs to be. It makes playing the game easier because things sort of have their own spot, so they're easy to get in and out of the box, that sort of thing. And I picked up the expansions for this game, the extra ships. And so getting everything in the box, well, it's posing a bit of a challenge. We got the rules here. We've got the miniatures that came with the game. I put them in the sort of the container they came with. Some of the things I've put my own plastic boxes in here to keep track of it. Lots of baggies for tokens. I got other miniatures just sort of laying loose in here, and some of them have these little thin plastic bits on them, so it's not really the safest way of keeping them together. And so I went looking online to see if there was some kind of solution for this little problem. So I went to Battlefoam, the website Battlefoam, and I bought a product from them before. I picked up their insert for Space Hulk. Now, if you haven't heard of Battlefoam before, basically what they do, a lot of their lines support miniatures games. So if you're into War Machine or 40K or something like that, then you can get these foam, basically trays that you can put your miniatures in. So when they're painted, it keeps them from rubbing up against one another and maybe chipping off the paint. And then you can get bags to put them in, etc. But they're also starting to make inserts that will go actually inside of the boxes for board games and things like that. So just like in my Space Hulk game, it was a big box and they had inserts that you would then fit inside of that, and all the miniatures and the pieces would go inside. And so they had a Battlefoam insert for this game as well. And I went to look at it, but the shipping to Canada was a little bit high, to be honest. So I went and posted on Twitter and kind of whined about that a little bit. And one of our viewers, Rich Van Meter, saw that, and he wrote me and said, listen, I live pretty close by to the Battlefoam Center here in the United States. I can maybe pick one up for you and ship it to you, maybe using some cheaper shipping options, which was incredibly kind of him. And he went in, actually, and talked to the guys there at Battlefoam. And Romeo agreed. Romeo's the guy who runs Battlefoam, agreed to send us a copy for free. And the only reason that happened is because Rich took the time to go in there and talk to him. So I really want to thank Rich for doing that. And Romeo, of course, for sending it along. And now that I've got it, and I just got it today, I haven't even tried putting it in the box, I just thought I would show you guys this insert and show you how it manages, or maybe doesn't manage, to fit the stuff that I have here in my box. And then, if this is something you might be interested in, then hey, a little plug for Battlefoam and hopefully some useful information for you guys as well. So this is the insert itself. It actually comes with this cover that sits on top of the insert. You can see here's the impressions for the different ships and then some of the other accessories as well. So I'm going to start by filling this up with the ships that I have. Okay, actually I was going to fill this whole box up with my miniatures and then just show it to you after the fact, but I went and slipped the first X-Wing miniature in. It went in so easily, I think I'll just show you as well. Look, just like that. Just drops right into the foam, not catching on anything. I thought that was pretty nice. Here we've got a Y-Wing. Pop that in there. And then I've got a couple of TIE fighters as well. As you can see, they're slipping in very, very easily. And then lastly, I have the advanced TIE fighter, which goes right in there. So that's the base set plus one of each of the expansions. So as you can see, there's still room if I wanted to get another advanced TIE, another X-Wing, another Y-Wing, or another X-Wing. Depending on how things go, I may just put some of my tokens into some of these spaces for now. I just put the foam away for a moment. I wanted to show you the bottom portion of the box because I'm going to place a couple of the larger templates in there. And then the rule books, I'll also put those in the bottom of the box, along with these inserts that came with the expansions. I'm just going to put those in the bottom as well. And then on top of all that, that's where we'll insert the foam. You can see I've already filled it up with all of the components. You'll notice I wasn't able to fit these tokens into this space here. But that's probably because I have several of my tokens in bags. And those bags, they take up a little bit of air. They also, prevent the tokens from sort of falling and filling in a lot of the empty spaces that would be there. So if I ever really did want to put some models into these positions, I would probably take one of these bags, maybe the ones with the token markers here, and I would just sort of sprinkle those in the empty spaces, and then I wouldn't have any trouble fitting these particular tokens right in the top along that space there. But for now, this is perfect. And on top, you place this little layer of foam here. And this is really important. You notice here it has the Battle Foam logo pressed into it, because when you put the box on, the way they designed the box, there's this window opening here. So if you didn't have the foam closing over the top, well, you can imagine all the pieces would fall out through that opening. That would make a terrible mess. So hopefully that gives you a pretty good idea of how this insert works. It's certainly going to solve my storage problems, and my miniatures, I know, are all very well protected inside this box now. One thing I should mention, the top of the box, once the insert's in, doesn't sit perfectly flush with the bottom of the box, and that's normal. Because it's full of foam now, the nice thing is if you put pressure on top of it, even distribution of weight, your models are not going to be affected at all, and you can still stack as many things on top of this as you want. So for me, it's not a concern, but if that's a concern to you, then that's something that you should be aware of. But I just want to thank Rich again, our viewer, for taking the time to go in there and get this product and mail it to us. That was very kind of you. And also, Romy, I want to thank you from Battle Foam for sending this along to us to try. If at some point down the line you consider picking up this particular insert or maybe another product from Battle Foam because you saw them here on Watch It Played, it'd be a real favor to me if you let them know about us. My interest, keep in mind, is not to sell you this product. Like everything else we do on this show, I just want to show you how something works, and then you can decide for yourself whether or not it'd be a good use of your gaming dollars. But if you do decide to pick up something, then it's a nice tangible way for them to see that there's some value in partnering with us and sending us other products that maybe we can then show you in the future and inform you about. Anyway, as always, we just appreciate you guys tuning in and check out what we're showing you. We'll be back again real soon with a gameplay episode. And until then, thanks for watching.